My perspective on credit scores has evolved. That a solid credit score is essential for significant milestones. The only reason why I have a credit score is, and I want to give you some practical, no debt needed strategies. Let's say you have a 680 and you go and you cross over into a 700. Do you know how much interest that saves you on a mortgage? Do you know how much that will save you on your premium? AI is just really taking over right now. And some of us are gonna get left behind because we refuse to use the tools. Someone called me just the other day and said, hey man, do you know anybody who can clean up my credit? I said, yeah, I do. Who? If you don't play the money game, you become a piece in the game. You know, here's the truth. My perspective on credit scores has evolved. I want to say from the very, very, very beginning. Let me reset my camera here so I can know. There we go. Boom. I want to say from the very beginning, I'm still against accumulating consumer debt to have an 800 credit score. However, I have evolved to the point to where I recognize that a solid credit score is essential for significant milestones. Prime example, I noticed that when I first got my first home, I really didn't have a credit score and I had to go through a lot of loopholes, which was still a great process, right? It wasn't a horrible process. But after I got my first home and then got my second home, and then when I moved here and started getting other homes, and because I had an 800 credit score, purchasing a home became easier because I had a decent credit score. See, when I purchased my first home, I had a very low credit score because I didn't have any open trade lines and all my debt was paid for. So I didn't have anything open, so no one really knew what it was. And I was like, man, and it was penalizing me because I was consumer debt free. I had no debt. And so I had to pay a little higher of an interest rate, just a little higher. So there is a significance to having a good credit score, because it's going to help you things. It's going to help you with purchasing things like a home. It's going to help you with purchasing and securing an apartment. It's going to help you obtain the right and the most affordable car insurance premiums. You see, in today's financial landscape, it's prudent to either have no credit score or maintain a strong one. And there is no in between. Hey, what's going on, fam? Real quick before we get into today's show, I need your help. You see, over the last 4 years, this movement has grown by over 1 million people. And to be honest with you, we are just now getting started. So to serve you better, yes, you, my team and I have created the E3 Impact Survey. It is a short 10-minute survey to learn more about you, your money goals, your general goals, your struggles, and how we can support your journey to financial freedom, which is financial wealth, right? So our mission is 100% and it's super bold here. This to help eliminate $1 billion in debt and build $500 million in assets by the year 2050. But we can't do that without hearing from the people we're here to serve. So, to thank you for taking the time out of your day to complete this survey, we're giving away 4 $500 Amazon gift cards. Just complete the survey and you'll automatically be entered in to win. We'll email the winners on June 15th. All you have to do is to head over to anthonyoneal.com/survey or click the link in the show description to take the E3 Impact Survey. Listen, your voice is crucial. Your voice is key to helping millions and building the future we all deserve. You see, I think in the most recent study, according to money.com in 2025, the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is approximately about 7%. However, your credit score can and will significantly influence the rate you're offered. Say, for an example, borrowers with a credit score of 700 might secure a rate around 7.42%, whereas those with scores above a 760 could access even lower rates, right around 7, even to about a 6.8, according to Experian. You see, over the life of a mortgage, a better credit score can save you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. You know, you all know exactly what I mean for a credit score. The only reason why I have a credit score is so that way I can get into real estate, but I'm not financing anything else. In today's day and time, your credit score serves as a financial report card. To me, a credit score means how you manage and how much debt you are in. And I don't believe in debt. I don't believe in having a whole bunch of consumer debt out there. I believe in financing assets like a house. And so on today's thing, some of you all are saying, Anthony, I rock with you on a lot of different things, man. But man, I would like to have an 800 credit score. I would like to have a 760 credit score because I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay high interest on a mortgage. I don't want to pay a higher premium on a car note. And I understand that. Again, I understand that. So I have evolved and I understand the importance of either having no credit at all, or if you do, it has to be good, but I want it to be good without racking up consumer debt. So I want to give you some smart strategies to improve your credit without taking out any consumer debt at all. You see, in today's world, building and protecting your credit doesn't mean going into debt. And I want to give you some practical, no debt needed strategies that I believe will be very, very, very impactful to help you. And I'm super excited because, as you all know, I've been partnering with companies to really help us, one, with our ultimate vision. And the ultimate vision is by 2053, they say that we, as in African Americans, will have zero to negative net worth. Meaning that we'll have a whole bunch of debt, but we won't have any assets. And so by 2050, my new mission is that we will help eradicate $1 billion in debt and raise and build at least $500 million in debt within the African American community. And one of the very first things we got to do is make sure that we're not overspending in interest. We're not overspending in premiums. We talked about this in my last show with the doctors, right? And so I've partnered with a company that is going to help us get the credit score without racking up debt. And the very first tool that I really want y'all to look into, I need y'all to sign up today because it's 100% free, is I want you to use Dolby AI to fix and to build your credit automatically. Because here's the truth that I've learned over the last 41 years of living. Mistakes on credit reports are more common than what we actually think. And millions of people have credit errors dragging down their scores without them even knowing. Just earlier this year, I pull my credit once a month. And I pull my credit once a month and I monitor my credit once a month. It's because I want to make sure that nobody is accessing my stuff. Nobody is using my stuff. Man, just the other, it was right around January, man, I saw something come up on my credit report. And I was like, wait, what in the world is this? Like, wait a minute. What is this? What's going on, fam? Hey, listen, if you're serious about getting out of debt, building real wealth, and creating a life of freedom, this is your home. I want to personally invite you to subscribe to the channel right now because every single week we're dropping videos that will help you take control of your money. It will help you shift your money mindset and break money generational cycles. You see, this channel isn't just content. It's honestly a movement. Over 1 million people have joined this community over the last 4 years. I'm still blown away by that, to be honest. And our mission is bold. It is to eliminate $1 billion in debt and build $500 million in assets by the year of 2050. We talk real money, real freedom, and real legacy here at the table. No fluff, no credit card hacks, just the truth that will set you and your family up for a better financial future. Do yourself a favor and join this family, join this movement by hitting that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and join this journey, because this is where financial freedom begins. Let's get back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. And if I would not have pulled my credit report, if I wouldn't have had a company like Dovey, watching my report, I would not have noticed that. How many of you all you may have a car note, you may have, a credit card open right now, you may have something else out there, and let's just say, for example, you made the payment on time, but they reported it late. Let's say that you closed out an account and they kept it open. Let's say that you settled an account in full and they're still saying you're in delinquency. You see, regularly checking your credit report can help. But here's what I love about my new partners at Dovely AI. It makes it 100% effortless. You see, they have a free app that helps you build, fix, and monitor and even protect your credit. No confusion, no stress at all. It's powered 100% by AI. And it's completely free to use, and users see on average 34 points secured as far as an increase. I'm gonna rewind. Let's say you have a 600 and you go to 634. Let's say you have a 680 and you cross over into a 700. Do you know how much interest that saves you on a mortgage? Do you know how much that would save you on your premium? So you're trying to tell me for free, if I sign up for this program today, you trying to tell me, Anthony, I can go up 34 points within the next 30 to 60 days? Absolutely. Remember, I teach you all, it's all about strategy. Everything is not about just letting it happen. No. What is your strategy? If you want to purchase a home sometime this year, if you want to purchase an investment home sometime this year, if you know you're going to end up changing your insurance, I need you to add Dovely to your strategy by saying, in the next 6 months, I'm going to be wanting to do this, and I'm gonna want the best credit score possible because I know they're gonna pull my credit. Let me go ahead and go to AnthonyONeal.com/Dovely, DOVLY, and I'm gonna sign up for their free program. No credit card required. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm utilizing the right tools to help me out. So simple. I need you to go to AnthonyONeal.com/DOVLY today. Again, that is AnthonyONeal.com/DOVLY today. It should be, if you're watching this on YouTube, it should come up as a lower third, and we will also have it inside of the show notes if you're listening to this on podcast as well, right? We got to start utilizing these new tools. AI is really taking over right now. And some of us are going to get left behind because we refuse to use the tools. But if it's a free tool, it's amazing. And even when I went to sign for their program, you can use the free tool to get the 34 points. But if you're really trying to do some acceleration, they even have some low cost options on there, from anywhere from $10 to $20 if you want to get something up to about 50 points, maybe 60 points. But I would definitely use the free tool immediately so you can get them extra points. Here's another thing. I need you to really start paying your bills on time. And I need you to also make them count. Listen, man, I had someone call me just the other day. Someone called me just the other day and said, hey, man, do you know anybody who can clean up my credit? I said, yeah, I do. Who? You. They was like, what you mean? I said, no, man. You can clean up your credit. I think oftentimes we're looking for shortcuts. We're looking for, you know what? Let me not pay my bills on time because I can pay old girl or old guy to go ahead and get it off my credit report. No, no. This is why I teach don't overspend. This is why I teach be a good steward of your finances and your resources. Because I want to make sure that you don't have to cheat the system. You can utilize the system by paying your bills on time. And if you're already paying your bills like your rent, your utilities, and your cell phone bills, well, why not make those payments work for you? There are so many different companies out there to where your rent, you can honestly have your renter report that to all three of your credit reports for you. There are services that can help you get credit for consistent on-time payments by reporting them to the credit reporting bureaus. It's smart, it's low effort, and it's a way to boost your score without taking on any new debt. But here is something that I've been teaching for the last 5 years. That if you're going to grow and if you're going to if you're going to grow your credit score to the strongest that it could be, man, you got to monitor it on a regular basis, y'all. People perish for the lack of knowledge. So what does this mean? Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Monitoring your credit report regularly helps you spot issues early and understand what's happening and what's helping you or what's hurting your score. There are so many apps out there, but the app that I've been using lately is Davli. Because it makes it so much easier for us to stay on top of it.
What's going on, family? I want to thank my friends over at Davli for sponsoring today's show. You see, with rising rent, inflation, and high interest rates, your credit score matters more than ever. Whether you are trying to buy a home or just qualify for an apartment, it all starts, honestly, with having good credit. You see, this is where my friends at Davli AI comes in. Watch this. It's a 100% free app that helps you build, fix, monitor, and even protect your credit with no confusion and no stress. Just smart AI-powered support that works 100% consumer debt-free. You see, Davli AI helps you build credit fast, helps you fix errors quickly, and stay protected with weekly updates, real-time alerts, and here's the best part about it, a $1 million ID theft insurance policy. Here's what I love about Davli. On average, users are seeing about 34 points go up when it comes to their credit report. No credit card required, and premium members average an 82-point boost on their credit score. The better your score, the more you save, and the more you get approved. Listen, I need you to go check out my friends over at AnthonyONeal.com/Davli. Again, that is AnthonyONeal.com, DOVLY. If you're tired of hearing no because of your credit scores, it's time to take control with my friends. Go check them out right now, and let's get back to today's show.
Listen, let me say this again. You don't have to rack up debt to build a strong credit report. I would say not just report, but a strong credit score. Here's what you need: smart habits and helpful tools. These two things will go a long way. Smart habit just simply means I live below my means. Smart habit means that I operate off of a budget. Smart habit means that just because something is on sale, I'm not going to put it on a credit card because I still have to spend money. Smart habit means that I can tell myself, no, I don't need this particular object. I don't need this particular item. I don't need this particular nice thing. Smart habits simply means I can utilize the rightful tools like a Davli. I can utilize this tool to monitor and to make sure that when I get into my home, when I purchase this asset, when I go to get life insurance, when I go to get car insurance. And some of y'all don't even know this though, but like even when you move and you got to get your lights turned on or get your AC, your utilities turned on, some of you all have to pay a deposit because your credit score is so jacked up. And watch this. Some of you all are so jacked up simply because you have bad habits and you're making bad choices with your money. Number one, you're overspending. Number two, you have no budget. Number three, you're trying to impress people rather than saying, you know what, man, I'm trying to build a home one day. You know what, man, I'm trying to get married one day. You know what, man, I'm trying to make sure that I position my kids well one day. Let me use the right tools to make sure that I'm getting the right stuff and I'm incorporating the right habits that impacts me in the future. But we're not thinking. You see, there have been recent changes in credit reporting. And this is, to me, encouraging news. Why? Why? Because there's a new way of what can be reported. See, earlier this year, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, finalized a rule that removes medical debts from consumer credit reports. So this simply means that paid medical bills no longer appear on your credit report. Unpaid medical collections under $500 are also being removed. Lenders are prohibited from using medical information in their credit decisions. So meaning that if you go to get a home and let's say that the only negative item on your credit report is a medical bill, that lenders cannot make a decision based upon that. Just these three things alone, reports are showing that this is going to impact approximately about 15 million Americans. And it's going to be eliminating about $49 billion in debt from credit reports. You see, this is a huge and a massive game changer because so many of us have experienced the fallout from unexpected medical bills. One emergency can derail your credit and block you from opportunities like buying a home, getting approved for an apartment. But now that's starting to change, and that is a huge, huge, massive, massive win for us. Massive, massive, massive win. Listen. Our mission is a new mission. It is a new mission that I believe is one of the most important missions I've ever had. The Black and brown communities. We perish because of the lack of information and the lack of knowledge. $1 billion in debt will be gone by 2050. And we will build $500 million in assets by 2050. I really wish somebody would have stepped back and really taught me more about credit growing up. I would never out of my mouth tell you to go finance a car. I would never out of my mouth tell you to go get a credit card and go put your Gucci purse on. I would never out of my mouth tell you to rack up consumer debt so that you can buy items that you can't afford. But in this season of my life, y'all, in this new season of my life, going back to school, evolving, maturing, I'm seeing things a little differently. You all are going to see a more matured and more evolved. Hey, yo. Some things about money is going to change. But the mission is still the same. No consumer debt. invest, build wealth. But how do we utilize the tools like a Dovely to make sure? I hope I'm saying her name right, Dovely, especially partnering with them. But this tool has impacted my life personally. This tool has impacted other lives that I know of personally as well. If I'm being honest with you, I didn't monitor my credit report. If I'm being honest with you, I honestly didn't care about my credit report. If I'm going to go real vulnerable with you, I remember when I racked up all that debt, man, and I paid someone to clean up my credit. And 6 months later, everything was back on my credit report because I was trying to cheat the system. I was trying to manipulate the system. Rather than just paying my bills, rather than just operating off of a budget and using this free tool to monitor, I tried to cheat the system. We're not going to cheat, though. Period. We're not going to cheat. You see, having a strong, favorable credit report is a powerful tool to help us reach our goals. And the best part is, we're doing it the right way. We're not going to have any shortcuts. We're going to go the long way. We're going to go the way that is not as sexy and attractive. We're not taking out new debt. We're going to eliminate our debt. We're going to make smart, strategic, credit building decisions that leads to lasting wealth, not debt. I'm going to be teaching more and more and more on this as time comes. I am. I'm going to be making sure that you all understand my new philosophy around this and why it's important. In times to come, I'm even going to teach you how do you get your kids' credit reports and credit scores to a 700, 800 with no debt, with no credit cards. In 2025, there are now ways that we can get the score and to the world's term so that we're good with our money. Because they won't reward us for how much money we have in our savings account. They won't reward us for being debt-free. They penalize us for being debt-free. But now in today's day and time, there are companies like Dovely that is allowing us to not rack up debt, to get the score, and we're still good at home. I'm going to start revealing things like crazy that's going to help us get this score. Because one of my mentors said, if you don't play the money game, you become a piece in the game. I don't want us to become a piece in the game. I need us to learn how to play the game that we can win. So that's what we're going to do, y'all. Listen, I'm extremely, extremely, extremely excited about this. Y'all make sure y'all go to anthonyoneal.com/Dovely and get this information. It is 100% free. I promise you it will bless you tremendously. Yo, I think we hit our time today. Actually, a little bit under. Yo, it's your boy Anthony ONeal. I'm going to see you on the next show. Peace out.